Good morning from Key Biscayne, Florida. We are in an anchorage just outside of an area called Hurricane Harbor. That is downtown Miami in the distance. Been a very peaceful, calm night. Very open anchorage, but a long ways from where the boats are going fast. So the rollers we get are not so bad.
Hi, we're Mark and Mel. After raising 4 amazing daughters who are now raising our 12 grandchildren and helping people on land in the real estate business for over 30 years, we're now realizing our goal of a year-long adventure cruising America's Great Loop on our boat Paradise. This is a 6,000-mile journey through waterways that include the Atlantic and Gulf Intercoastal Waterways, Great Lakes, Canadian Heritage Canals, and inland rivers of America's Midwest cities. Join us as we navigate over 100 locks, explore cities large and small, and experience an unforgettable journey through America's Great Loop.
Number of other boats here in the anchorage as well. Probably about 8 or 10 total around us. Our neighbors on this side are a very large motor yacht, Zenit, Z-E-N-I-T. Interesting boat. And homes along the shore here all the way around. Some pretty big, pretty amazing homes there. Sun just about to come up. It's a little after 6 in the morning. And we are rafted with our friends John and Carmen right here on their boat. Karma's Reward. That's another looper right there, and I can't remember the name offhand.
Good morning from Key Biscayne. It's a nice little boat over there. Very nice.
It's almost like it's pushing the boat straight back. Oh. I've never seen anything forward thruster pushing the boat. Is that a thing? Look at this barge coming in here.
Oh yeah. Look at that. That's something you don't see every day. look at that. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful skyline? We are headed into Miami.
We just anchored just outside of Hurricane Harbor, and we were right there in front of clearly all multi-million-dollar homes, looking right out at us. Now we're several hundred yards at least away from them. We weren't like right up in their backyards, but we were right there. And if I had a 2-3 million or whatever, even more expensive home there, I would not want to look out and see a bunch of dilapidated old sailboats that are coming apart at the seams. And we do see a lot of those at different anchorages. We see some crazy
stuff,
not so attractive boats.
Yeah, and
especially in these anchorages where a lot of boats anchor, and they seem to kind of live on them a lot.
Yes, and some look like they need a lot of help, and some that even get washed up in a hurricane and nobody comes and gets them. And the water's beautiful. And we got a question from one of our viewers, Charlie Meander. Thank you for this question about our oil, since we had this comment, or since I made a comment that you do a lot of oil changes, which you do. Mark does a lot of oil changes. So he said, well, speaking of oil changes, what kind of oil do you use, Mark, in Paradise?
We change our oil every 150 hours, which is 100 hours more frequently than Caterpillar recommends in their manual. They say 250 hours, but we're doing it every 150 hours. And we use the actual brand of oil we've been using is Shell Rotella 15W30 or maybe 15W40. I don't really remember. And non-synthetic because the engine previous owners did not use synthetic, so we're not either. Diesel engine oil, of course.
Yeah. So, and it's interesting because some people we've talked to, some loopers don't change their oil as often, and some change it more often. And
I've heard multiple different opinions. I know one looper that changes, two of them actually, that change it every 100 hours. Diesel mechanic, the diesel mechanic who did our engine survey said that's just extreme. There's just simply no reason for that. The person that does this stated that it's considered a cheap insurance. So,
yes,
considering we take 6.5 gallons of oil and figure about $20 per gallon. So it's in the filter. It's well over $100 per engine to do that. So
we will be staying the night there, not a long time, and our friends are going to actually just anchor out nearby so that we can go and explore Miami with them. Oh yeah, you got to go around this because it's too shallow right there?
I thought this. I was looking at that marker over there.
Right. Don't want to be stuck in sand over there, so you got to always watch the markers. I didn't have it. I was talking and talking. I didn't have it recording. So he just got in. It was really, really smooth because it's not that windy. And I love when they have bumpers and fenders on those pylons because if it's narrow, it doesn't. You might bump it. So we came in, and this dock is kind of cattywampus. It's kind of, I don't know what happened, but it got knocked sideways or something.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the lunch of champions, PBJ and tortilla chips.
That's right. I love it.
Okay.
That's what I used to eat when I was a kid. But they were potato chips. Now they got tortilla chips.
At least you have carrots.
That's right.
Well, that's different. I won't be partaking in that today.
Okay. Another beautiful night here in Biscayne Bay, Crandon Marina. And I was washing the boat. It's all nice and shiny. Paradise is nice and fresh. But all of a sudden, there's just tons of crows. I mean, look at them all. They're just flying in. And I'm just wondering, does this happen every night? Because it happened last night. There were a ton of crows that came, just squawking at sunset. And they're landing on all the boats. And I'm just wondering if this is like a nightly ritual. Maybe. Kinda weird. But they're everywhere. Right above me. Maybe they're checking out to see if I went out and got any fish.
Good morning. We're here at Crandon Park Marina on Key Biscayne, just across from Miami, and the sun's just about to peek up over the horizon there, looking to the east. Crandon Park is a municipal marina, a good-sized marina. Pretty nice docks, pretty well maintained. One thing they have or don't have here is actual regular showers. They do have these kind of quasi-outdoor showers with no heated water, but that's not a concern for us really. We usually shower on board our own boat whenever we're connected at a marina to shore water, which we have here. And there's downtown Miami is kind of in the distance. It's kind of hard to see, but those tall buildings right there are downtown Miami. It's also, Crandon is one of the more affordable marinas in this area by Florida standards, or Southern Florida standards. I think we're right at $2.33 a foot here. Crandon also has a mooring field right out here just outside the marina. A nicely protected one, but they have a rule here that only sailboats are allowed in the mooring field. And I asked the young lady at check-in why that is, and she really didn't have an answer for me. So if anybody knows why they might restrict that, it'd be interesting to know. From the stern of our boat here, you can see a few more of the buildings there in the southern end of the Miami area. One thing about this marina is it's very easy, quick access into downtown Miami. We got an Uber car there and back yesterday for about 15 bucks each way. Shared that with John and Carmen on Carmen's Reward. And they also have bus stops out there. We haven't used public transportation here. I'm not sure we will, but I understand that's another way to get into the Miami area and beyond. And we've been looking at nearly full moon for the last few days. It's up there somewhere. There it is. Had a full moon, I think, 3 days ago. This appears to be where they just kept all the china, and they have a sink over here where they presumably washed it after use. These look like refrigeration boxes, maybe, and a really big door going into some sort of safe right there, and a dumbwaiter to get things from this bottom floor to the second floor.